I don't think people will be too upset about some of the interesting scenes that we have lost that I was telling you about earlier.
Yes, there is a child orgy in the book. Apparently. I've never read it.
Look it up, look it up.
Here. Take it.
All right.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to ʻseSHən. Unless, of course, this is your first time, in which case, just welcome. It.
Yes, let's talk about it. So,
What'd you think of It, Party Elite?
I thought that it was a thoroughly entertaining thriller. Very good adaptation.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of horrifying imagery, including clowns. But yeah, good film. What do you think, Mephistopheles?
I very much enjoyed that film. It was a very good movie. I liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to. Mm-hmm. It was this movie, from what I remember, and I haven't seen the original in probably close to 20 years, but even when I was a child, I remember thinking that the Tim Curry one was more goofy than scary.
Yeah, Mike Hanlon, that I had to go, that I had to get cleaned up. Tell it.
Yes.
Do you know when the last It movie came out? And I don't mean today. Don't be smart.
93?
No, actually.
94?
1990.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what the year is today?
Oh, shit!
Yeah. So to those of you that don't know, the antagonist in It, Pennywise the Dancing Clown, shows up every 27 years. The last time we had an It movie was 27 years ago, and
It comes back every 27 years, and more kids disappear.
So that aside, I mean, the story itself is pretty simple. It's very cut and dry, overcoming one's fears. But despite that, it never felt boring. And though I've literally seen all of this before, it felt fresh, which is nice. It was nice to see the same story we've seen rehashed with a concept that we've seen done multiple ways. Just feel fresh. It did a great job capturing the sort of unfortunate lives of these unfortunate children in this very unfortunate town. Derry, Maine.
Why is it all murders and missing kids? Derry's not like any town I've ever been at before. People die or disappear 6 times the national average.
My grandfather thinks this town is cursed. That all the bad things that happen in this town are because of one thing.
Maine is where, is where pretty much every Stephen King book is set.
Is it born and raised there or something?
I think so.
But I don't know. But no, it was every once in a while there was this moment of hope or happiness or camaraderie. Yeah. But then, this overshadowing terror was always there. It never once leaves you. The movie starts right away with the SS Georgie going down the drain pipe.
Very creepy note.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. A bit creepier than I was expecting, actually, for it to start with.
The strongest element of this film is that it really takes the time to build and develop all of its main characters.
True.
You fall in love with the characters, and you really feel close to them. Hanging out with us makes you a loser, too.
I can take that.
And there are a lot of them. There are 7 protagonists in this movie.
Yeah, that's true.
They don't all get equal screen time, but all of them get at least a little something.
Yeah, you get to understand them one way or another. Yeah.
The strongest kids were the Your Mom kid. He was definitely the best.
He was great in Stranger Things, and he's great here again. He plays COD.
Yes, this guy would be a troll on COD.
Absolutely.
Do you use the same bathroom as your mother?
Sometimes, yeah.
Then you probably have crabs.
Oh, baby, a triple!
And also, the neurotic kid was really fun as well.
Yeah.
I liked him.
Yeah, the super fidgety, germaphobe or whatever. Yeah,
he was hilarious.
Where's the poison ivy?
Nowhere.
Okay, well, I'm starting to get itchy. Have you ever heard of a staph infection?
Also, this is so unsanitary. This is literally like swimming inside of a toilet bowl right now.
Pretty much any walking or traveling scene is just, you can hear in the background this one kid talking about all of the potential things that could happen to them.
While the other one's making, dick jokes.
Yeah.
Aren't you guys coming in?
It's gray water.
What the hell's gray water?
It's basically piss and shit, so I'm just telling you. You guys are splashed around in millions of gallons of dairy pee. So, are you serious?
Doesn't smell like caca to me, senor.
It's not just the good guys either. It's also the bad guys, quote unquote. I mean, not just the clown, Pennywise, but also there's the gang of bullies.
Yeah.
And also, some of their parents are not great. The neurotic kid has just like a super controlling mom.
Yeah.
and the girl has a creepy dad.
Super possessive and air quotes protective. Mm-hmm. And then so with that kind of focus on the kids, we get to understand them. We understand what makes them scared, what makes them tick. The good kids as well as the bullies and whatnot. And then we see all that come to life through Pennywise, because again, Pennywise, feeds on their fears. So we get to see Pennywise using them, and it makes it a bit more interesting that way, rather than just spiders, for example, that we got in the first movie, air quote. It's not really a horror film.
I mean, it is.
Is it? From no angle would I say this is scary outside of a couple of jump scares.
I mean, I didn't find it scary, but...
That's why I say a thriller.
Sure.
Like, there were tense moments, and I felt tense.
Yeah. It was thrilling.
It was thrilling. I certainly was not scared. No. I am not going to have trouble sleeping. Some of the horror sequences were just funny.
Definitely.
And I feel like they were meant to be funny.
Well, I thought that from the trailer that this was going to be a total train wreck, because the trailer was hilarious.
You'll float too. You'll float too. You'll float too.
I feel like I'm a bad sort of barometer for how scary a movie is, because the only things that really scare me in movies are real life shit.
Right.
Like the part with the creepy dad and the bully. Those parts were by far the most...
The scariest. Yeah, for sure. When the only scary parts of your movie are jump scares, I have a hard time calling it a horror. I would say don't go in expecting a typical horror film.
But if you enjoy thrillers, even if you like sort of classic, like an Amblin Entertainment movie, like The Goonies or E.T.,
you're gonna get some Goonies and E.T. vibes from this movie for sure. Especially when there's like the biking scenes happening. Yeah.
It's the Goonies take on a demon.
Yeah, basically. I would say it's most certainly worth a watch. Don't go in expecting a full-fledged horror, though. Still don't take your kids to see this. And some of the CG was actually pretty bad. It was like right down the uncanny valley. But with those sort of minor complaints aside, I would say that it did a really good job.
But yeah, definitely check it out.
For sure, yeah.
Thank you very much for watching Bull Session. Please visit us on social media and like the video and subscribe too if you enjoyed it. Come back next week and we'll review another movie. Which movie? I have no idea.